like secret door in the just flat ground. In fact, it's probably easier to hide the door than it is to hide the lever or the button to activate it. So this one's lever based, so you hit the lever, and then boom, literally a hole just opens up. So, and then I made like a little room in here that you could kind of design to fall into. Anyway, so in order to avoid lag and to make it easier to see what's going on, for the tutorial half of this, I'm going to switch into a super flat world. Also, just as you noticed right there, you can see it kind of destroys the grass on top, so if you really want to make sure this is hidden, try to find like stone or sand that you can make this on. Also, it will work in sand. Anyways, so let's switch over to a super flat world. Okay, got a nice super flat world here, and down here are the materials that you'll need to build this secret trapdoor. Alright, so let's get to work. So of course, first thing you're going to do is just choose a little 2x2 hole that you want your little trapdoor to be in. So dig that out, and then what you're going to do next is kind of dig out a little 4x4 space in the hole there, and then dig back a little further and place 4 sticky pistons facing outward, like so. And you want to make sure that there's one layer above those sticky pistons that you just placed. Then do the same thing for the other side, and it doesn't matter if this faces north, south, or east, west, still work. And then what you're going to do next is place 2 sticky pistons facing up, like so. So now what it should look like from the side here, if I dig in, is 2 facing this way, 2 facing up, and then yeah, it should look about right. And then you're going to place whatever block you want on the surface here. I'm going to use iron. I know that's obviously not going to like blend in, but I'm using it just so you guys can see where this thing is pushing the blocks up to make it easier to see what's going on. Alright, next what you're going to want to do is kind of like burrow out a relatively large area to house everything in, because we're going to be putting in a lot of redstone. Alright, and then, okay, once you've got a good sized area dug out, you're going to dig out behind the top layer of these back 2 pistons here. And then what you're going to do is kind of like break these blocks, you'll put them back, but then place 2 repeaters. Sorry, my voice just caught a little. Anyways, then once you've got those 2 repeaters down there, I'm just going to bring some redstone, I almost said wedstone wire. No, you're going to bring some redstone wire out from behind them. Sorry, I ate some popcorn earlier, it's like catching in my throat. I don't know if you guys have ever had that. Anyways, and then yeah, you're going to want to dig out another layer here just to make sure that we have enough room. Then go back this way, and we're going to do the same thing behind these pistons back here. So what we're doing right now is making a system of redstone that can kind of push blocks into the middle of our tube. And don't worry, we'll cover up the tube later so that you can't see any of this redstone here. And make sure that these repeaters here are at their fastest tick. So, you know, don't click them after you've placed them. Alright, and then connect this redstone wire to the one over there so that they kind of match up. And then to tell if it works or not, just place down a switch, flip it, and it should kind of cover up the hole like that neatly. Okay. Next, what you're going to do is place some blocks here, and these blocks do need to blend in with the surroundings or else it won't look as neat. And place some repeaters behind them. Then what we're going to do is dig down right here. Alright, so the reason we're doing this is to bring our... Oh, actually, before I go on with that, I do need to make a note of this, which is that these these should not be placed on their lowest tick. These should be placed up. Sorry, the first time I made this, I actually kind of figured that out in reverse order, which is why I didn't remember it just now. But yeah, these should be one. You should place them down and then click them twice after they've been placed. Alright, there you go, and then those should be at the right delay. Okay, and then what these ones are going to do is, once the lever's down, is it's going to cause these pistons to extract, but we still need to power the ones on the other side, and then turn it off and it just kind of pulls back. Alright, so we're just going to go to the other side here, and then you should line... Okay, so the way to line this up correctly, you're going to go beneath these 2 pistons, and then once you go 2 blocks to the side, and then kind of like burrow up, and of course if you've hit the surface you've gone too far, and then once you're 1 block beneath the surface, you're going to dig back a little further, and if you want to know if you're in the right place or not, then yeah, your hole right here should be lined up with your little trap tunnel down here, and then just place 2 blocks like so, and then 2 repeaters, so that's the same as the other side, and then connect this wire down through this little channel that we have, that we just dug out. And there, now this thing should fully work, but then we still need to connect it to the surface. So the way we're going to do that is going to place redstone like so. Hold on, let me just get out of here. And then on top, then you're going to place a switch on top of the block that we moved the redstone up to. So you can just kind of test this right here and see that. Oh yeah, and then that piston didn't extend because this block was removed. So now I'm going to build these blocks up right here so that it blends in more or less. And then there we go. So now you have your trapdoor, and of course I used iron just so you can see where it is. And then you'd want to use dirt blocks, or if you were building on stone, which I would suggest more, you would use stone. And then just, if you want to make a room, just kind of burrow down about 3 blocks or so, and then you can dig out to the sides. And then, of course, you'll want to avoid that redstone wire. Besides that, there's really nothing you have to hit down here, and you can just kind of dig out as much as you want. Alrighty, that's all I wanted to show you guys today. Just a neat little simple trapdoor in the